Hello everyone, it's Dale here with Swing Levels commentary for February 2018. Let's start with Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. There was a profitable trade from our short level right there. There was a reaction, pretty nice one. And as far as current levels are concerned, there's one level that I like to trade. It's this long level right there. It's based on those volumes accumulated in this area, so it's basically the volume accumulation setup. You can see the volumes got accumulated right there. There was also very strong rejection of lower prices and strong buying activity. So pretty strong level right there. So I'll be waiting for a pullback to this area and go long from there. This is profit target and this is stop loss. Let's go into the Australian dollar, Swiss franc. There was a reaction to our short level right there, but unfortunately it missed the profit target by just 1 pip. So if you held it through this rotation, you would most likely quit the position right there. Not at the profit target, which was at this price area, but a little bit sooner because of the strong ECB news. This candle was the strong ECB news, so I wasn't trading the ECB news because it very much affects the euro as well as the Swiss franc. So I quit the position right there before the profit target. If I held it, I would have a full profit target, but I'm not trading the ECB news on the euro pairs and on the Swiss franc pairs because those two are very closely correlated. So that was this trade. There was also long level hit right there from this area, but as I said, it got hit within the ECB news. You can see it was hit right there, then it went upwards, but I wasn't trading that. So let's have a look at current levels that we have. There are 3 levels that I like to trade. 2 short levels, 1 long. The 2 short levels are based on this strong selling activity right there. And in this activity I was looking for strong volumes to go short from. So obviously the first shorts from this area, the heaviest volumes are right there. It's pretty strong level to go short from, I would say. So this is the short level. Stop loss for the trade will be right there. And this is the profit target. The second level is based on those heavy volumes accumulated in this whole sideways price action area. This is the area that I'm interested in, and the short level is right there from the place where the volumes were the heaviest. Stop loss for this trade right there, profit target right there. So this trade is based on the volume accumulation setup. You can see the volumes accumulated in this area. After that, there was this strong selling activity right there. So those volumes are most likely volumes of strong sellers. And I'll be waiting for a pullback to this area and I'll go short from there. Then I'll wait for pullback to this area and I'll go short from this area. There's also one long level that I like to trade. It's this one. And it's based on volumes that got accumulated within this sideways price action area. You can see that the volumes were pretty massive there. The heaviest volumes in this area got accumulated right there. So that's the reason for the long level. It's the volume accumulation setup again, only reversed. So for this reason I'll be waiting for a pullback. It will be pretty soon, I think, and I'll go long from this area. Stop loss is right there, and this is the profit target. Let's go into the Australian dollar, Japanese yen. There was a losing trade from those volumes from this area. It was a long trade, but as you can see, the price just went past it, right into stop loss. And if we had a little bit wider stop loss for this trade, it would be a profit, but unfortunately I was pretty aggressive with this one because of the uptrend, and I took a stop loss there. And let's have a look at current levels. There's one that I like to trade. It's based on this strong buying activity, and within this buying activity I was looking for strong volume clusters. There are pretty strong volumes accumulated in this area right there. They are the heaviest volumes, and also you can notice that it was pretty strong resistance zone. You can see the price reacting to that zone right there. So it's actually two setups, confirming the long level, resistance becoming support, and also the volume cluster within strong buying activity. So I'll be waiting for a pullback to this area and go long from there. Profit target is this price level, and stop loss is right there. If you look over at the Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar, you can see that there is basically nothing new. The market is in sideways price action, so we don't have any new levels there. Only levels that we have are those two long levels that we have. I won't be commenting on those in this video because I was commenting on those in the last video. So if you want to know the reasoning behind this long level and this long level, you can check out the previous videos. Let's go into the Australian dollar US dollar. There was one winning trade and one losing trade since last time. The winning trade was from those volumes. It's right there, reaction right there. It was pretty tight one, but it was a profit. The second one was from this area. I went short from there. Unfortunately, my stop loss got hit and the candle closed above it, so I closed the trade right there. As you can see, there was very strong sell-off right now, so the reaction came but a little bit later than I anticipated, so I took a stop loss there. And as far as current levels are concerned, there are two long levels that I'd like to trade. And if you look at the profile for this whole trend area, you can see that those two levels are pretty obvious ones. The first level is based on those volumes accumulated within this strong trend. The second long level is based on those volumes that got accumulated within the long trade. So it's pretty simple in this case, and the profit target for the first long level will be right there. Stop loss is below this low right there. Profit target for the second position is right there, and stop loss in this area where the volume ends, so it's this area for the stop loss. Let's go into the Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. There was a losing trade there from this area. I went long there and I took a stop loss right there, so it was a pretty quick one. Apart from that, I don't really have any close levels that I'd like to trade there, so the only level that we have is this old one at 84.29. If you look over at the euro dollar, you can see that we are still in strong uptrend, and for that reason I was looking for strong volumes accumulated within this uptrend. So there is one pretty obvious level to go long from. It's this long level based on those volumes that got accumulated within this sideways price action area. Profit target for this trade will be right there, and stop loss is below this low in this area. And that is basically the only long level that we have in the immediate area on the euro. Let's have a look at the Swiss franc Japanese yen. There was a losing trade since last time from this area. You can see that the price just went past it, and I think that actually we should have discarded this level because the reaction to those volumes probably already came right there. So I think that we should have discarded that level instead of moving it upwards a bit and going short from it. And if you look at current levels, there is one that I like to trade. It's based on those heavy volumes that got accumulated within this area, within this sideways price action area. As you can see, there is pretty strong uptrend right now, and for this reason I was looking for strong volume areas. So this is the strongest one. The heaviest volumes in this area are right there, so that's the place I'll go long from. Profit target for this area will be right there, and this is the stop loss, which is right below wick of this candle. Let's go into the New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar. I think that our short level right there got tested by this rejection, so I won't be trading it anymore. There still may be a nice reaction to this level, but I'd rather be more careful with this one, so I won't be trading it. And there's one new long level that I'd like to trade. It's this one. It's based on the volume accumulation setup. If you look at this area, this is the sideways price action where the heaviest volumes were accumulated. Even if you stretch the volume a bit, you can see that it is still the place with the heaviest volumes. So this is definitely a strong area. As you can see, there was pretty strong buying activity afterwards, after this volume accumulation. So I'll be waiting for pullback to this area, and I think that strong buyers will be defending those volumes, this price level. So I think that there will be a buying reaction to this area. Profit target will be right there, and stop loss right there below the wick of this candle. Let's go into the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Right now I am in a short trade. This short trade is based on those volumes. I entered right there. I didn't close my position right there at the stop loss area because, as you probably know, I'm doing the alternative stop loss method. So I'm still in a trade right now. I'm around break even. There was this very nice pin bar, this pretty strong selling activity on Friday NFP. So hopefully those are signs of strong sellers who will push the price to my profit target, which is oh, it's right there. This is the profit target for the position. As far as current levels are concerned, there are two long levels that I like to trade. As you can see, there is pretty strong uptrend, and for that reason I was looking for strong volume clusters within this uptrend. So the first one is right there. This is the first volume cluster that I like to trade. Profit target for this trade will be right there. Stop loss right there. Pretty tight one. I was also considering going long from this volume cluster, but as you can see, the heaviest volumes in this area right there, and I much rather see those volumes, the heaviest right there, basically at the start of the sideways price action or in the middle of it, but not at the bottom of the sideways price action or in the lower third of the sideways price action. The stop loss for this trade would be really tight because it would need to be right there. For those reasons, I'm not really into taking this long level. So I chose the lower one, which is this one. As you can see, there were two places with massive volumes in this area. The first one right there, the second one right there. I chose the lower one because I think that those volumes aren't very significant because they got created maybe right there or maybe right there, but I'm more into looking for volumes created within sideways price action, and those volumes were within this sideways price action. So for that reason I'll be trading those volumes and not those volumes right there. So this is my second long level. Stop loss is right there below this low, and this is my profit target. So I'll be waiting for a pullback first to this long level and then to the second long level. Well, let's have a look at the US dollar Swiss franc. There was a long level hit right there. There was the reaction, and if you remember, I was writing at the forum that I would close my position at 96.65 instead of 96.68, which was my original plan. The reason I closed at 96.65 was that there were pretty heavy volumes accumulated if you looked at the lower time frame with the volumes right there, and I was afraid that this would actually be a strong resistance zone, which it was if you look at the development after that. So that was definitely a good idea to quit the trade 3 pips sooner than to wait to the full profit target, which was right there, which didn't get hit. So I took a profit there. And if you look at the development of the US dollar Swiss franc, you can see that it's basically the reverse of the euro dollar. Those two are correlated very strongly in the negative way, so there is a pretty strong selling activity. And in this selling activity, I was looking for volume clusters that I would like to trade. The first one is right there. You can see that pretty massive volumes got accumulated in this sideways price action area. So this is my first short level. Stop loss is right there. This is my profit target. I think that this profit target could actually be a little bit extended if you want to have a positive risk-reward ratio. So you can go for more than just this distance. And the second short level is right there. It's based on those heavy volumes accumulated within this area. It's basically the same setup as before, as this one. A stop loss for this short level is above this rejection, and profit target is right there. If you look over at the US dollar Japanese yen, you can see that there is pretty strong selling activity right there. And within this strong selling activity, the heaviest volumes got accumulated right there in this area, in this sideways price action area. And for that reason, I think that it's pretty strong level to go short from. The second reason I think this level is pretty strong one is this rejection of lower prices, which means that this was pretty strong support, and when the price went past it, it became strong resistance zone. So there are two reasons for this short level: support becoming a resistance, and heavy volumes within strong selling activity. So I think this is pretty strong level to go short from. Stop loss for this trade will be right there at this high of this candle, and profit target will be in this area. Let's go into the US dollar Canadian dollar. There was a winning trade since last time. It was a short from this area, from those volumes accumulated in this area. This was the reaction to the trade, and right now there are two short levels that I like to trade. As you can see, the first one was already hit, but hopefully there will still be a chance for you to jump in a trade if the price goes back to this area. This short level was based on those pretty heavy volumes accumulated within the sideways price action area. And right now I think that strong sellers who are still strong in the US dollar Canadian dollar because of the strong downtrend will push the price lower from this area into the profit target, which is right there. Stop loss for this trade will be in this area. My second short level is right there. It's based on those volumes accumulated within this area. And as you can see, after this volume accumulation, there was sort of open drive and very strong sell-off, indicating that those volumes were volumes of pretty strong and aggressive sellers who started pushing the price lower from this area. So if there is a pullback, I think that those strong sellers will be defending their selling positions and they'll push the price lower again. Stop loss for this trade will be above this high, and profit target will be right there. So that's it, guys. Those were the new swing levels. I'll be looking forward to seeing you in the next video, and until then I wish you happy trading.